The Dane and Derek Show is an uncensored, unfiltered podcast. Content warnings can be found in the episode description. Hello everyone, welcome back to the Dane and Derek Show. My name is Derek, one of your two co-hosts, and I make a lot of movies and play a lot of tabletop games, and also play, more recently, a lot of Magic the Gathering. And joining me this week, as the title suggests, is my good friend, Dane Fogdell.
Hi, I'm Dane. Don't worry about what I do or who I really am, because I'm a child who bought this pack yesterday and had to lock it in my, studio office space so I wouldn't fucking open it because I have, no self-control around this stupid game.
Wow. You really love this game.
I love this game. I've been playing this game since I was 9, 8.
So around the same time as D&D.
Yeah, almost the exact same time I started these two games.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've only been playing since we played in high school. Ryan, our good friend Ryan Chen, got me into it, and then you pulled up one day with a trunk full of Magic cards and destroyed us all. Yu-Gi-Oh! Throwdown style.
Not quite, because we played with Trevor. Too.
Yes, Trevor. Yes, once
was...
Trevor showed up, he knows how to build those big green decks.
Yeah.
It's a real mood.
I remember there was a time where a bunch of us got together because we would play, and then we go get sushi.
Yeah.
Or vice versa. And I remember there was a game that went on forever because Trevor and I got entrenched, but we quietly knocked everybody else out until it was just him and I. And everyone was frustrated with us because everyone was hungry. But we were stubborn. I don't remember who won that one. I bet Trevor did because his decks always, if they got rolling, just annihilated.
It must have been one of those things where I think one of you must have just scooped. Because it was getting to a point where infinite combo territory, you know?
We were getting close. Close. Yeah, because he was doing that and I had gotten out my 15-15 Emrakul, which I believe is banned now or some shit.
Yes. You love Eldrazi.
At
least back then.
I did. I actually still have that deck. I can't bear it. Even though it's got really good cards in it and I could probably do something with those cards, that and one other, I just can't bear to pull apart for just nostalgic reasons. Because after high school, I took a pause through all of college and I just didn't play ever.
Yeah, I had the opposite.
That's fair. And then Gracie got me a new set for Christmas a couple years ago and got me right back in, and it's been awesome ever since. Yeah. I mean, in Magic, also I had another friend named Trevor, who we would go to a lot of pre-releases and do drafts and pre-cons and stuff like that. And we would just go to several local game stores in the Massachusetts area. Nice.
But that's not why we're here today. We're not here to reminisce about Magic the Gathering and our legendary duels. We probably will.
We kind of are.
But most importantly, we both have booster packs from the new set. Yes. Kamigawa Neon Dynasty, which is cyberpunk update of the Kamigawa set, which is their a Japanese-inspired setting for Magic the Gathering. For those who don't know, there's various sets. They come out. There's several parts of each set that come out every year. These sets contain new cards, new rules, new mechanics, plenty of new art, which is really the only reason why I play this game. And this latest set is pretty cool. There's Ninjutsu is back, and there's some really great samurai cards. I did some drafts of this a few weeks ago, and I've actually started working on a new standard deck, so I'm really excited to open up some cards and see if I'll have anything useful. So yeah, we're basically going to open these packs like children, and then we're going to read each card we get and just kind of react to what we are opening. So yeah.
All right.
Here we go. Ready?
Yep. All right. You know what? This is not making as much sound as I hoped it would. At
I
least
just
on
held
my
mine
end.
up right next to my earbuds.
I did too, but like I don't know how loud that actually was.
Yeah. Ooh, I got one of those art cards. They've
Same.
been
I
doing
got it.
these.
Yeah.
Yeah, what did you get?
I got some Oni demon thing. Let me check. Vessel of the All-Consuming. So
I've
for
not
anyone
heard
who
of
doesn't
that.
know about magic, it's very dramatic. It's extremely, extremely dramatic.
Huh, very cool. I got Commune with Spirits, which is one of my
Neat.
favorite cards from the new set. It features a warrior-esque character praying at a shrine in the woods. I think it's just a really beautifully composed piece of art, and yeah. I also got a spirit token. Did you get one of those mini games? They have a ton of mini games this time.
No, I just I got an ad. Um,
Ah, rip.
yeah.
Okay. So what's your first card at the top of the stack?
Bloodfell Caves. So a red-black split land that grants life enters tapped. So solid if I didn't have 1,000 of these.
Hmm.
Yeah. What about you?
Blossoming Sands. This is like my eighth one.
Yep. It's the green
It's
white
a
one.
land, enters tapped, you gain a life. You can add either or. It's great for commander. Um, but yeah. All
Oh
right,
yeah.
next one.
I got an alternate arts, Imperial Subduer, which is like a human samurai situation.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that sort of like taps enemy cards, which I think in a samurai deck and draft would be pretty solid common. What do you think of the alternate art that they've been doing more and more
Oh,
as
I
like that's
love
go
it.
on? Yeah.
I love it. I think it for someone that really just plays the game for the art, like I almost all the cards I only own them because I think they look pretty. Because I love how they're designed, I love the colors they use, and yeah, so having these alternate arts, I love it. Which I also got an alternate art samurai card.
Nice.
I got Sunblade Samurai, has
Yep.
vigilance and channel. Um, Very nice. It's a 4/4,
Love
can
it.
dig.
Love it. Next I got an Inquirized Infiltrator.
Ooh, that's a great card.
Yeah. 2-drop, flying human ninja. I actually am setting this aside because I got the alternate art of that, which is super cool. And on top of it, I have a ninjutsu ninja tribal commander. So that might actually fit pretty
Very
nicely
nice.
because I don't have one of those. So yeah.
Next one I got was an instant. It's a blue instant, 1-drop. It is Spell Pierce. Counter target non-creature spell unless its controller pays 2. I need more removal in my life. I don't have enough removal.
Everybody
Ever.
does. But by the by, for anyone who like just like drops in to listen to us like talk about like our lives and our thoughts on things, this is not that episode. This is us going to be
No.
talking about a game and using jargon. So
Yeah. I
welcome.
guess in some ways this is kind of like a spiritual successor to our old MTG episodes we used to do.
Yeah, absolutely. I still want to figure out a way to make that work, but you know, visual medium.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
yeah, yeah. After that, I got a Kami of Restless Shadows, which is
Ooh,
uh,
nice.
it's a it's it's kind of a schmack card, really.
Really?
I play a lot of
The art's
draft.
cool.
Oh, art's super cool, but
Yeah.
um, I play a lot of draft, so I'm like looking at these as like, would I take this card or not?
Mm,
And it's a little um it's a little too expensive for what it does.
gotcha.
Yeah.
It would be cool in a spirits and shrines themed deck.
Yes,
Um,
but it's got ninja synergies.
yeah.
So it's just not it's not quite the thing.
Yeah. I have explosive entry,
Hmm.
sorcery, destroy up to one target artifact, put a +1/+1 counter. It's okay. um,
Yeah, that card performs way better in this set in
yeah.
this draft than it has any right to. Um,
Because literally there's so many artifacts that you can
there's
destroy.
so many artifacts, and also on top of it, the +1/+1 counter modifies a creature, and that often does a lot.
It allows you to reconfigure or, in some cases, bypass certain effects.
Yes.
Which is great.
Yep. After that, I got Mukotai Ambusher, which is an artifact creature rat ninja. I think I have one of these in that deck already, so like, but solid card. Also, gotta say, something I noticed about this set is that it is a dense set. Like, there are no vanilla cards in this whole set. Did you notice that? Like, there's nothing that's just like
recycled.
No, not even that. It's there's nothing in the set that is just like, pay 2 white and get a 2/2 creature with no abilities, no nothing. Like, the set has none of that. Everything is complicated in this set, which is both very interesting and very fun for veteran players, but also kind of speaks to me of the need for like, roughly every year they release a set that is like resets the power level on some level. Usually it's the core 20 whatever set, and they haven't done one in a while, and it's time.
Yeah, when was the last time they did that? Was it 2013?
No, it's 2021.
Okay.
Because to be clear, it was a core set 2021, which was released in 2020.
Okay.
Because they follow car model rules for no reason.
Fair.
And then last year it was the Forgotten Realms, the D&D crossover set.
Right.
Which nobody really liked. At least from like a mechanical standpoint. Some people found it very fun and like, oh, gold dragons in my set. But at the same time, like, it didn't, because it didn't like catch on, and it didn't have like this like very solid, like, oh, and this is the next basic set. People didn't really adopt it. And so it kind of floundered a little bit, and ever since it's felt a little bit like there's no grounding to the game, at least to me. So yeah,
interesting.
I think it's your card wise though.
It is. I have Planner Incision. Another instant. Exile target artifact or creature, then return it to the battlefield under its owner's control with a +1/+1 counter.
That's it's good. Save your own card move there.
Yeah, very specific though.
Yep. I got a Ninja's Kunai, which is a clunky removal spell, honestly.
Yes. Very clunky.
Very clunky
because you can just tap 2 to destroy something, right? Or you sack it?
No, you pay 1, then you have to equip 1, and then the creature has 1 tap, sacrifice Ninja's Kunai, and Ninja's Kunai deals 3 damage to any target.
Oh, that is very complicated.
Yeah, it's very complicated, requires multiple steps, and on top of that is 3 for what like a 1 red lightning bolt is. So
fair.
Yeah.
I have Bronze Plate Boar next. It's got trample. Creature gets +3/+2 and has trample. And I can reconfigure it for 5. It's a 3-drop, which
it's
a little steep, but honestly, if you're playing a deck where you're equipping a lot of things to things, this might land in there.
Absolutely. I got Essence Capture, which is counter target's creature spell, put a +1/+1 on up to 1 creature you control. It's 2 blue. It's a weaker it's a weaker counter spell. You know? Probably pretty good in draft, but even then.
Yeah, no, I got you. I think I literally have a better equipment creature card right now, which is that in the next card, which is a Rabbit Battery.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a +1. Yeah, equipped creature gets +1/+1 and it's haste, and it takes only 1 to reconfigure, and it's a 1-drop.
Oh yeah,
that's really good.
Yeah, that's a really good card. Next I have Discover the Impossible, which before I say anything else about it, really pretty. It's got like this like cool boat, and it's got like glowing manta rays. Super, super cool.
Ooh.
Basically, though, it's kind of a like, it's kind of some card draw.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of. It's weird. It's not the best card. But it's super damn pretty.
Not the best card, but it's certainly a card.
It's certainly a card.
Yeah. Which I love this card, but I already have two of these. Tales of Master Seshiro. It's a saga.
Yeah.
Which I love sagas because you get the nice long art, and there's
Oh, yeah.
multiple effects that stack, and they're usually fairly low cost. This one's a 5 drop, but when it hits round 3 of getting its saga counters, it turns over and becomes a snake warrior with vigilance and haste, which is really cool, and it's a 5/5, really powerful. But I already have two of these, so a little bit of a bummer.
Yeah,
But
I nearly lost a game of draft to that card, so nothing to sniff at.
Yes, it's a great card.
Yep. So I got a saga next too, which is the Long Reach of Night, which more or less it starts out by like forcing the opponent to sacrifice creatures or discard cards, and then becomes a creature with menace, that gets a varying attack power when depending on the number of creature cards in an opponent's graveyard. Solid.
Nice.
It might be a little weak at a 4-drop for how long it takes to become a creature, but I often think of these things in terms of draft, so hard to say.
Yeah. Okay, so I think this is my legendary card. It's Myojin of Grim Betrayal. It's an 8-drop. You need 3 black and 5 whatevers.
Ooh.
Legendary creature spirit. And when Myojin and the Grim Betrayal enters the battlefield, it enters the battlefield with an indestructible counter if you cast it from your hand.
Yeah.
And then you can remove that indestructible counter to take all the creatures from all the graveyards that were put there this turn onto your battlefield. Pretty cool if you're playing a deck that kills lots of things or has a lot of things that get sacked into the graveyard.
Oh yeah.
That's interesting. I might be able to use that in my new commander deck I'm building.
Yeah, the Myojins are really cool. I have the white and red one.
Yep. This is the first one I've seen.
They're very cool. I believe that they mostly are hanging out in the set. They're not in the draft booster, so you may have missed them up until now. Next, I got a full art planes. The full art of this set are so cool.
They're so cool.
They're modeled after Japanese woodcut prints, and that's awesome.
Yeah.
But not much else to say about that.
I got an alternate art of Soul Transfer, which has a really, really, really buff Onai on it.
Yep.
And it's great. Choose one. If you control an artifact or enchantment, you can cast both. Or, yes, you may choose both. You can exile target creature or planeswalker, or return target creature or planeswalker from your graveyard to your hand. It's pretty useful.
That is solid. So here at the end is my rare, and I actually really like this rare. It's won me like a fair number of games in draft, in a deck that really sucked. So it was like the winning card of that whole thing, which is Goro, Disciple of Ryusi, which is Goblin Samurai. However, when I have an attacking modified creature, I can pay 5 to create a 5/5 red dragon spirit creature token with flying. So yeah, it's basically a generate a dragon every turn.
Oh, nice, yes.
And so it's really good, very cool card. Yeah, very cool.
Okay, my rare is Satsuki, the Living Lore, legendary creature, human druid for a white and a green. You can tap it to put a lore counter on each saga you control.
Yep.
And when Satsuki dies, you can return target saga or enchantment creature controlled to its owner's hand, or return target saga from your graveyard to your hand. Nice. I do like sagas. If I could build a saga-based deck where everything's a saga, this would be great to put in that.
Oh yeah, and there's quite a few blue or white and green sagas out there, so I think you could
Yes.
do a lot with that.
Yes.
My last card, which is sort of like a promo card, it's hollow. Bearer of Memory, human monk, 3 for a 3/2, and has an ability of 6 to put a +1/+1 counter on target enchantment creature, gains trample until end of turn. Not a great card. Pretty art though, as usual.
My foil is Peerless Samurai.
Ooh.
Yeah. Menace.
Ooh.
Whenever a samurai warrior you control attacks alone, the next spell you cast this turn costs 1 less to cast.
That is a solid comment, honestly.
It is, and I'm glad that I have the regular version of it because I had an alternate art version of it, which was really cool. But I hadn't seen the other version, and I'm really glad I have a foil of it. I think it'll place nicely in my standard samurai deck.
Hell yeah.
That's that.
That is that.
How are you feeling about the pack?
Solid pack. If I pulled this in a draft, I would have been mostly pleased with the gold, the rare I got, but overall, the thing that I kind of like step by step have like come away with more and more from this game is the experiences of it. Like I'm more and more in the place where I'm like, if I want a particular card, I'll just buy that particular card. You know, like
interesting.
Yeah. But it doesn't stop me from buying packs. And the thing I find I love most about this game is that it is experiential, and evolving, and it's kind of got like a community around it, for better and worse, as is pretty common with geeky, pretty male heavy hobbies.
Yep.
I will say though, what I realize more and more that I love about this game is like, who cares what I got in the pack? I got to open a pack, and that's fun and silly and nostalgic. And honestly, like I've been trying lately with this game in particular, since it is perhaps what I would describe as the most frivolous thing I do. That I find a lot of like, this might sound odd, but like gratitude in this game. That like I am fortunate enough to get to do this thing, this like very meaningless hobby. You know, like I have other hobbies like cooking, but like cooking has like practical aspects to it, you know. But like this might be just like weirdly heavy, but like at the time of this recording, we're like what, 6 weeks into the invasion of Ukraine, and just sort of thinking about it in context, I'm like, I am so very fortunate to be able to care about something like this. And, you know, whenever I like enjoy this moment, it causes me to stop and reflect and, you know, come back around and usually go find something to do that is helpful to someone else, you know?
Yeah.
Or to double down on my energy towards like learning how to be a lawyer, you know? And that's really important to me, that it is both this thing that like I use for fun and to relax and to like just like help my brain calm the fuck down, and interact with people and all of those good things, and that it kind of helps me stay honest in a sense.
Yeah.
I really like it. I really like it for
Yeah.
that reason.
Yeah. It's a game where in some cases you can just kind of turn off a little bit. You can turn off other parts of your brain in order to focus on it and just kind of, do the math to win the game
Oh
in a weird
yeah,
way,
yeah, yeah.
And like that's something that I like I get a taste of in spurts because I'm not very good at Magic. But I do enjoy hanging out with like people that play Magic. Like I think it, especially like when you have like like a small group of friends that all play it together, kind of like how we did in high school.
Oh yeah,
That's I think where I prefer to play it. Um,
yeah.
I've had middle of the road experiences in game stores. The best one I ever had though was I was doing draft and the guy I was playing was one of the previs artists on Puss in Boots at DreamWorks,
Oh, that's
and
awesome.
he was super cool and like it taught me a lot of things about the game after he completely wrecked me. Um, and then what was so it was like but that was the thing, right? It's like that was a positive experience. Like I got to know someone and they got to help me get better at a game that they're pretty good at already because they've been playing for forever, right?
Oh yeah.
And yeah.
I
Um,
I often think that something that helps this game like be a relaxing thing for me is that it requires like if I'm gonna go to because I usually go to a shop or like I'll play with um my roommates and Gracie from time to
mhm.
time, and those are really nice, like fun, kind of sweet, intimate games in a sense, like more like what we did in high school, where it's like about hanging with your friends. Um,
Yeah.
but like I don't mean to say that I really like really hold back. I don't pull punches with them because I think that's kind of rude to people like you're not respecting them.
Yeah.
But like at a game shop, I go there and I like I'm just there to like I'm there to like win and really like work my brain there on that. And like it's a complicated game. It's almost a needlessly complicated game.
Yes.
Um and so in that way it requires me to fully focus on it. And
Yeah.
very few things require that of me or force
Mhm.
me into that state. And I really love it when things do because it makes
Yeah.
all of the other things fade away just for a little while. And I love that. Um, and also, there's something so childlike about like, it's just like a little bit of like Christmas morning opening
Yeah,
a
I
pack
mean,
for
you're
me.
opening something and you don't know what it's going to be.
Yep.
But you have a little bit of an idea because you're going to at least get one foil, probably one land, and one other, like, and probably a rare or a mythic, right?
Yep.
There is a formula to the booster pack attack.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, I don't
Absolutely.
know. Yeah, I do like the sensation of opening packs. I also like, I think that's probably why draft is a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because you get to open packs, pass them around, and like see what other people are taking, and kind of it's like it's a very much it's I don't know, it's like it's
You also have to make choices. Like, you have to make hard choices with it,
yeah,
which is not a thing you always have to do, right? Like, yeah, it's like opening a pack, but you don't get to keep everything.
exactly.
You have to make hard choices. Before we go, I have a question. Do you like the act of deck building?
Um, yes and no.
Oh, I love it.
Um, I Here's the thing. I enjoy putting together a deck because I can think about my themes. I can think about whatever sort of like narrative I'm stringing through my cards and how they all play with one another. What I don't like is that I'm not savvy enough with the rules that it can get really exhausting very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to do it in chunks, which means that when I do decide to build a deck, like I am right now, I have a table full of magic cards that are just out in the open because I need to do it over several days because it's really tiring for me to put together a deck.
Gotcha.
um,
Yeah.
yeah, that's really it. But I think it's cool. I think it's rewarding when you build a deck and then you play it against someone and it almost works, and then you're able to like swap in a few cards from your sideboard, and then it does work. That's rewarding.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Do you just build decks for fun?
Yeah. I'll build like 3 in an afternoon. Play them, and then decide if one of them might be worth keeping, or if I'm just gonna like blow them up.
Jeez, wow. Are you playing
really
mostly modern or
mostly I would modern would be the term for it.
yeah,
Mostly
modern standard, right?
modern and Brawl actually.
Brawl.
Yeah,
Okay.
Brawl is like not a super popular format overall. But the people I mostly play with at home, I tried Commander once with them, and they really didn't care for it because of the tracking, the hits you take from specific commanders, and 40 life and 100. Like, they didn't like all of that, but what they did like was having one special card. Like, they really loved that. And Brawl is a simplified, shorter version of that, where it's like you have your commander, 25 life, doesn't matter how much damage the commander deals to you, and then 59 cards, none of which can be the same outside of basic lands. And that they really got into. So it's Commander light, basically.
Maybe I should pitch that to my game group, because they like playing EDH, and while I do enjoy EDH, I'm not the biggest EDH person in the world. I much prefer standard.
Yeah.
But Brawl sounds nice. Is it 59 cards including your commander, or
60 including? 60.
Okay.
In the same way that EDH is 99 cards and your commander.
Right. Okay.
Make 100.
Cool.
Yeah. So like the one thing that's like, so there's 2 types of Brawl, which is historic Brawl and Brawl clean, which is the clean version of Brawl is it follows standard rules, so you have to like take cards out, like certain sets become illegal, and historic is just like whatever.
Okay. And is there commander damage or no?
No, there's no commander damage. You just have 25 life. Yeah.
Yeah, I might have to pitch this to the crew.
Yeah, it's super fun. It's super fun. It definitely strikes me as a thing that feels like it was created for Arena, if that makes sense. Like a way to do sort of a commander situation in Arena. But I've really enjoyed it. I have an EDH, so I can go play at shops. But yeah. Worth a try for sure.
Huh. Thank you for that recommendation. Cool. Well, that was shall I say, a beautifully buttercupped, buttoned up booster babbling
bonanza.
There we go. Good stuff.
Love it.
Thank you everyone for listening this week. And yeah, my name is Derek. I do stuff. It doesn't matter. Today I'm a nerd. Dane, where do you exist?
I exist at danewrites.com. I didn't care at the beginning, but now my pack is open, so I'm a human again. Wow. You can find my Substack, where you will see poetry, fiction, I believe a couple essays of creative nonfiction that you can get a taste of my writing at. You can find my podcast, Diceology, and you can find the music I've written and composed, recorded over the years on a Bandcamp, all linked there at danewrites.com. I hope everyone has like an awesome day. I hope you play Magic or anything with other people and like connect, because that's what this, I think, is really all about.
Yeah, at the end of the day, that is what this game is about. Going and meeting friends and playing a game. It's just a game. It's all about the game.
Yeah, it's all about that game that doesn't matter.
Okay. Have a good day, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.